Hello and welcome to Cadre's virtual wellbeing program. My name is Chandni. I teach yoga and breath practice and mindful movement, and I'm here today to teach you and give you a little short bite-sized movement break. What we'll do for the next few minutes is take just a little time for ourselves from whatever you are doing in your day. Might be sitting down, working from home, sitting at a desk, or doing something that you're really busy and you haven't had a chance to focus on yourself, you haven't had a chance to move around, you haven't had a chance to stop. This is just to give you those little break, little 10 minutes for yourself where you can just take a moment, just move, feel good in your body, feel good in your breath, and that's something that brings joy and something that brings a smile to your face. The practice is really basic, it's simple. We are going to use a chair. You see there are no yoga mats here. So I just wanted to make this very real world, and you don't need any of the equipment. You might just be at your desk and you decide, I want this, I need this for myself, we'll do some things on the chair, we'll do some things standing, but really you don't need much more than a chair or a couch for this particular session. You need yourself, you need your breath, you need just to enjoy and go along with what feels good in the body. I would like to say that this practice is geared for everybody, so we're not doing anything very advanced in terms of yoga. We're going to do movements that help us move all the joints, all the different parts of the body, just to stretch it out, just to strengthen it a little bit. We'll work on the breath. If you're a complete beginner, I'll give you options. If you have done yoga for a little bit, you also have options. But just kind of come into this practice with a sense of just being present in yourself, in that moment, just allowing your body to move in the way that it wants to move right now. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It doesn't matter what you did, last week. It just matters right now, how am I feeling, right? That's what we want to start with, and then cultivate the sense of ease and comfort within us. So let's start by finding a chair. So you're sitting on a chair and you can kind of wiggle around a little bit into the chair. So this itself is just a nice way to bring awareness into your posture, your feet touching the ground, your sit bones, you're just rolling your weight side to side. With the hands we can just rest them onto the top of the thighs. Then once you kind of moved around, and again, you don't have to move like me, you just move whichever way, front to back, in circles, whatever works for you. And then you gently come back to that midpoint. And what we do is this like a wave. So you're going to lift one shoulder up, you're going to drop it down, you're going to lift the other shoulder up, drop it down. You can move them in cycles, circles, doesn't matter, just very flowing movement. You can close your eyes and just let your body move. And sometimes if you've been sitting for a while, even this can feel quite stuck and tight. Don't worry about it. Just kind of start to roll into that movement from the top of the shoulder, just gentle movement. You can change the direction, just be fluid with it. You might notice that, just the waist and the side of the ribs, things are moving, feeling good. And then you pause, come back to center. Nice and steady. So let's do a really simple breath practice. It's very basic. There is no technique necessary here. Now, if you have a cold and you can't breathe in and out through the nose, I understand you can't do this. But if you're feeling okay, we'll just do a really basic breath practice to use your right index finger. And you're going to lightly close the right nostril. And you're going to inhale and exhale out through the left side, just 3 to 5 times. So just enough that you feel the focus. And so let's start by closing the right nostril. You can close your eyes, you can rest your left palm. And just let's breathe in and out slowly through the left side. So if you have a, congestion in the nose, this will be hard, so we won't do it. But those who are comfortable, you might breathe in and out just through the nose so you keep your lips sealed. And the breath is effortless, meaning you're not going big inhale and puff of exhale, just very like this smooth wave. From the inhale, you ride into the exhale, and you go back to the inhale. Let's go one more time. And then we come back, drop the hand, close our eyes, just feel the breath. And we open our eyes, we take the opposite left index finger, lightly bring it over to the nostril. And we're going to close the left and breathe in and out through the right. Remember, breath is like waves. The inhale just drops into the exhale. The exhale leads you to the inhale. Being soft in your jaw. When you're ready, take one more. And let the breath out slowly. And drop the hand. Okay, brilliant. So that breath practice is available to you any time of the day. Sometimes it's really good to just do it, when you're feeling a lot of that stress build up. Okay, so let's now position the base of your spine, so like the lower side of your spine, just to the back of your chair. And if some of you are finding it hard to put your feet down, just make sure your feet are grounded. You can bring a towel otherwise to the chair. So I'm not putting my back to the chair, full back, just the hips, glutes, and then you sit comfortably. Shrug your shoulders up for a moment and drop your shoulders down. And first thing we do is just the head and neck and shoulders, which is the one place that really gets easily tense in most of us. So what we do is, imagine someone is pulling your earlobe. So I'm going to mirror you in this, so you will be working on your right side. Okay, so your right earlobe, imagine someone's pulling it lightly sideways. So you're not dropping the head, you're just dropping sideways. It's not necessarily a big move. And then as you're doing that, you take your left hand and just hang it by the side. You start to feel a stretch naturally lengthening through this left side. And all you want to feel is this feeling of weight. So imagine little weights dangling off your left fingertips. And the head drops and the breath is there, always in the background. We keep coming back to it. What we do next is we take our first two fingers and lightly position on the side of the head around the temple and gently come back. And this is your neck, your cervical spine coming back in alignment with the rest of the spine. Brilliant. Let's do the other side. So very softly, you're going to drop the head very slowly over to that left side. This feeling like somebody's gently pulling the ear. And then you drop your hand, right hand by your side. And this feeling of weight downward through the right fingertips. Keep your face soft. So you remember, sometimes we get this tightness, this feeling of the jaw being tight. So those are the little things we'll focus on. Relax the jaw. Now slowly we take those two fingers on the left on the temple. So we are using support to realign the neck back to the rest of the spine. Brilliant. Okay, so let's come back. Now we'll work the rest of the spine. So head and the rest of the spine in what we call a lateral extension or a lateral bend. So we start by dropping the left hand by the side. Now right hand can hold on to the knee or even the outside, because it will be the support for us. And you just let yourself drop where your fingers naturally are. So let's breathe in and sit tall. And this exhale is just like exhale, gravity is gently pulling you down. Then you inhale, bring yourself up. We do the same side again. Exhale, drop yourself down so your right side is stretching. Inhale, gently pull yourself up. One more time. Exhale, gently drop. And inhale up. Okay, change sides. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale and up. Let's go again. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale and up. And one more time. Exhale, over and rise. Brilliant. Okay, so let's work a little bit into the legs now. Okay, so you come in just slightly forward. And you're going to work into the toes, ankles, calves, hips, knees, all of it. So you just stretch your right leg forward. Now some of you will have the leg a little lower. That's fine. You might even hold on to your thigh. What you do is just push the foot away from you, and imagine you're pushing the heel away and pulling the toes towards you. So you'll feel that stretch in the back. And then you will start to slowly point and again flex. So again, just getting the blood flow, getting the circulation moving again. point and flex. Point and flex, and then pause. And then imagine your big toe is dipped in paint and you're drawing a circle with the big toe. So try not to move through the thigh and knee and shin so much. And change the direction of the circle. Sitting tall if you can. If you're not used to sitting, without support, you can use the back of the chair. And let's drop and come up. Readjust your position. Let's take the opposite leg forward. And remember, we start by just flexing. So pushing the heel away, pulling the toes towards you. And then pointing. And then flexing the foot. And pointing. And again, flexing. And then relax and imagine the big toe dipped in paint and it starts to draw. So in your mind, you're thinking, I'm drawing a circle. From the hip, you're steady. From the knee and shin, you're steady. It's the ankle, it's the foot. And then let's change the direction in the opposite one. Go slow in the background. The breath is really even. Brilliant. And come back. So now let's work the hip a little bit. Come even further. Make sure your chair is stable. Okay, and then you lift your right leg. So if you're a beginner, you'll hold on under your right hip. You're going to hold on to your left knee and you're going to just widen the right hip out and in, out and in. If you're used to it, hand out and in. Try not to move the whole body. So you're keeping the chest facing forward. In and again out and in and rest. Okay, so pick up left, use your hands or don't use the hand depending on how you feel. You can move with the hand, in and out. You can have the hand out. So it's not very big movement. You don't want this movement, this sway to be dragging your right side. So use your hand if you need to. One more time and bring it in. Okay. So next one is this. You lift the right leg. As you exhale, cross over. Inhale, uncross. Now, if you couldn't do that, you would use your hand. You would go exhale, cross. You might even be halfway up here. That's okay. And then you inhale, uncross. Using the hand or without the hand. Exhale. Inhale. Now let's do the opposite side. Lift and exhale, cross. Use the hands if you need. And drop. So suppose you're just working into this movement. It's new for you. I would use the hand. Try and keep the body upright. And then cross. And if you can, without hands, I want to show as well. Cross, exhale, uncross, release. Okay, a little bit more. Right leg up. And that movement we did before, so you turn the knee out. And then cross, ankle on top of the left. And then hold on to the foot. And then readjust, wiggle around. Okay, so I'm holding on with my left hand, right foot, right knee. I'm holding with that same hand. And then you gently just go a little bit back and forth. Some of you might be able to go all the way down. Sometimes when we are new, this itself is too much. So I want you to just do what works for you back and forth a couple times. So if you notice, I've kept my foot flat here. So I'm keeping my knee quite stable. And then we come out of it. You can use your hands or you can go without hands. Okay, so let's do the other side. Picking up left. Now I'm showing for beginner level, I will use my hands and I would go crossing. Wherever you're comfortable. Sometimes, by the way, the knee is going to be this high. It doesn't have to be down here. If it's feeling tight, you can just wiggle around a little bit. And then you can go back and forth. Now, if someone's feeling very tight, be holding up here and you can still do it. If you're comfortable, you've been practicing for a while, you will keep the foot flat and you just lean a bit forward and back. Again, working slowly where you can breathe well, where you can have this calm, gentle facial expression. And then we come back up and we uncross. Okay, let's get up and stand up and do a couple poses standing. So now the chair becomes a wall or a wall-like thing. We are not going to be pulling our chair. We don't need to be using that, as a crutch, but we're using it as a tool. Sometimes we may use it and sometimes we decide, we don't need it. That's fine too. So let's just come back to what we were doing. So my left hand and left hip is near the chair, lightly touching. Right hand is on the heart center, so you kind of feel the breath there. And all you do is lift the right knee. And as you exhale, drop the leg out. As you breathe in, bring the leg back in. Let's go again. Up, breathe. breathe out. So remember, see, you can see my chest is facing forward. So we are working on the hip. We are working mobility of the hip up, trying to keep the chest forward, drop. Now pick it up and you come with the foot touching the calf. So some of you will know this pose. It's very known pose in yoga called the tree pose. So Vrikshasana, I'm here with the foot. Then you can hold on to the chair and we'll add a little side bend. So you're going to reach the right arm up. You're going to reach the right arm over and gentle stretch. Breathe in. Now if there is a shoulder issue, I might just have my hand down. If I'm reaching and I want to be soft and really gentle, I would bend the elbow and just drop. Breathe in. And slowly come out of it and gently come back. Okay, so I'm going to move my chair so you can see, so I can keep facing you all. So now this is next to my right side. I'm going to bring my left hand on the hip, lift the left leg up, hip out, exhale, drop the leg down, pick it up, bring it forward, drop it down, pick it up, out, drop it down, pick it up, forward, down. Last one, up, out, down, and pick it up, foot on top of the calf, nice and steady. So here, light touch, extend the left hand out, extend it up, and we go exhale, gentle movement towards the chair. C shape. You keep the knee facing out if you can, and breathe. And softly out. And slowly back up and release. Okay, so let's work on a little bit of front to back movement for the body. So we'll do a little lift, so strengthening, and then a little stretch. So light touch to the chair. You're fairly, you're not too close or you're not like this far. You're fairly close, very light touch. It's just a sort of a, it's not a, crutch like I'm saying. It's just a light support, gives us an idea of our posture. And you take your right foot back and watch. From here, you're going to, again, according to different levels, you're going to lightly shift the weight forward and you're going to lift that back leg slightly, or you might lift it higher and you come back, bring the foot next to you. Okay, so balance is off. I might go slow and I might even stay here. I might raise a little, or those who want to raise, those who want to take your hands without the chair, you can use without the chair. Come up. One more time. Drop. So hands can hold the chair and up. Let's work the other side. Ready? So you're going to step left foot back. Maybe you're using the chair. Remember to go slowly and drop. Let's come back up and back. If you're a beginner, I'm going to go a beginner style here. So you might start small. You might raise the leg a little and then we come up. Okay, let's do an upper body and lower body stretch now. So we step our left foot back, right foot back. And you're going to turn the right toe slightly out. You're going to keep the left toes facing the chair and you're going to drop that back heel down. And you might need to bend your front knee. We'll see how it goes. Then you turn the rib cage to face the chair, lightly fingers touching the chair. And what we do is, so I'll move slightly back so you can see. I'm going to bend my elbows as I reach forward. I'm going to try and not hyperextend into this knee. And then just a little stretch. Now if it's too much, you might be bending your knee at the start. As you can, you're working and lengthening your upper back into a nice straight line over time. So our back is not a straight line, but right now imagine if I came and positioned a big flat tray on your back. You want to try and balance that tray while you smile and while you have a good breath in. Drop that back heel down. Those who don't need the chair, you can drop your hands down and then look up and step forward. Let's do one more. This is our last one. You step your left foot back, turn the back toes out a bit, heel down a bit, bring your ribs forward a bit, and then hands on the chair. Make sure you've got the room, and we are hinging from the hips and we're going breath in. As we breathe out, remember to soften the front knee a little bit. So we are not tight in the jaw, we're not holding, gripping anything. We're lightly holding. If you're up here, you're still feeling the stretch, right? So we don't need to go all the way down yet. Those who are feeling like you want to take that stretch deeper, you have. Just that little window here to enjoy that stretch. But remember, we are still breathing through it. We're looking forward and we bring the hands on the chair. We bring ourselves up and we step forward. Brilliant. So let's come back now. Back to chair. So even if you had just that little window of time in your day and you don't need a whole hour, just take this little window, bring it into your, couple times a day into your practice, especially when you feel you're having a stressful day. Okay, so let's work again through the breath. Okay, so we'll close our eyes. We'll join our palms. So this is called Anjali Mudra. So joining of the palms, dropping of the elbows so the shoulders are dropped. And we close our eyes. And all we do is we breathe in and out through the nose a couple times. And then gently extend your arms out. Give yourself a big stretch, look up, breathe in. And as you exhale, breathe out, down with the hands and into your Namaste position. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope you get to do this a couple times in your day, at least once a day. Give it a